Monday. Hey, you guys, I am so proud of you. Like first, so proud of you for being here. So proud of you for doing hard things and doing the work and just pouring into yourself and your business. I think that's one of, the biggest things is being able to see people who want something so badly that they're willing to work for it and not make excuses, but they're just gonna put in the hard work. They're gonna make it happen. So I am proud of you. Today I'm gonna talk about self-care. And then probably on Thursday, I am going to talk, my camera looks crooked. On Thursday, I'm gonna talk about time management, which your girl needs a little bit of practice of, so it's a good topic for me. We're not perfect. Nobody's perfect, right? We all have somewhere we could grow, and that's one of my places that I need to grow. And self-care has been another thing that I'm like, I've just really needed to grow, and I've been doing research on this and looking it up. You guys, I do not practice the proper self-care. I've learned what self-care is and what it's not. And let me tell you that I believe, as a general rule, most people have it wrong about what self-care really is. So we're just gonna dive in, okay? And homework will be at the end of this video, so hang out with me for a little bit. All right, so what is self-care? Think about it in your head, what self-care is to you, what you would say is your self-care, and what you're like, yes, that's self-care, okay? Why don't you think about it for a second? Give you a second. Okay, then I want you to think about the last time that you were stressed the F out. When is the last time you were stressed out? I can tell you for me, it was about 30 minutes ago when I was at Lowe's with my children. Stressed me out. We have become so, it's so normal for us to feel stress that we don't even realize half the time when we're feeling it. And then we pop off at the mouth, or we start to feel really, really anxious all of a sudden. And we're not realizing that the underlying cause to those things and the way that we're feeling, if we have a really bad headache sometimes, right? Or heart palpitations, is because we're stressed. So for me, I was just in Lowe's and I'm sitting there and my kids are touching all the things and I'm like, quit touching everything, right? That's me being stressed. I reacted because they were stressing me out, okay? But it's not normal. That's right, Paige. It's not normal to be stressed out in that way, but our culture, our life, our world has made it so it is just like, it's rote for us at this point. We're like, okay, this is just how it is. I'm sweating, I'm uncomfortable. No, you're stressed out. There's a reason you feel what you feel, okay? So we need to start thinking about this and taking care of ourselves, because you're the only you that you have. So whether you're a mama and you're doing Sensi, or you're a mama and you work full time and do Sensi, or like me, I homeschool my 3 boys and then I do Sensi, and then I'm a leader on top of that. That's a lot. It's a lot, and it can get stressful in any way, shape, or form. Being a mom, being a wife, like anything that you do is stressful. And then now you're adding another business onto it, right? Your own business. That's stressful, okay? So self-care needs to be at the top of our freaking list. There's a reason. It is the seat to our stool and our 3 legs of success. That's what we've been really diving into deeply throughout this whole time. But it is the seat, and it is there for a reason, okay? It's the top for a reason. You have to pour into yourself. You've got to. Nobody else is going to do it for you. Your kids will drain the mess out of you, okay? Your spouse will drain the mess out of you. Clap if you hear that. Let me tell you, your friends will drain you, not on purpose, I'm sure. Sometimes these things just happen. If you're like me, I love to help people. If someone needs help, I will stress myself out to the max to go help somebody else. Y'all, am I really being helpful? Probably not as helpful as I could be if I wasn't stressing myself out to get it done. It's okay to say no. That's the first thing. It is okay to say no, all right? It's okay to put yourself first. It is not selfish to practice real, true self-care, okay? All right, so now I want you to, we've talked about for a second what you think self-care is. We have talked about last time you felt stressed. Now I want you to take a minute and close your eyes. Close your eyes with me. Don't think about anything else. Just sit. If you start to think, push it out and just be. Okay? That's self-care. That is a part of self-care. Self-care is not binge watching Netflix for hours upon hours. I thought it was. Okay, like, hey, all right. Self-care is not, right, even having a spa day. You might feel good, but that's not true self-care. True self-care is doing something that is going to restore you mentally, physically, emotionally. You feel great after that spa day, let me tell you, but that is not true self-care, okay? And I was very surprised when I found this out because I was like, what? I thought a spa day was self-care. Hey, Amanda. So, Amanda, I just had everybody sit here for a second, okay? And we thought about what we believe self-care is. And then we sat here and we talked about kind of like when was the last time we felt stress, okay? And then the third thing was just sitting in silence for just a few seconds, just sitting and breathing. Push those thoughts out, sit and breathe, okay? It has to be something that's going to restore you. Self-care is the act of deliberately taking care of your well-being through restorative activities. So if it is not restoring you and your well-being, it is not self-care. Like, never would I have thought about that, ever, okay? But I will tell you, after diving into this, I'm like, that's why I enjoy certain things so much. Like, so much. That's why I crave to do those things, all right? I will also tell you this. I thrive in chaos. I thrive in chaos. I don't know if it's not healthy, but I do. I'm like, we got 3 kids, we got 3 dogs. Like, it is chaotic in my house all the time. So if you're like me, you really have to make this a priority. If you are a people pleaser, you need to make this a priority. If you are someone who has a family and kids, or you work full time and you're doing Sensi, like this, no matter where you are in your life, this has to be a priority for you, okay? So, stress messes with us, but our thoughts, our choices, what's inside our body, what we're putting in our body, and what's outside of our body, all contribute to stress. And it all takes away from us being our best selves and our well-being, and that is why we need self-care every day. Did you hear that? Every day. Not once a month. That's what I was doing. I was taking 1 day for myself a month. That's not enough. Not once a week, not once a year. Every day you need to be practicing self-care. So I'm going to help you so you can see exactly what you should be doing every single day, okay? And you're going to make the time because you're worth it. You're worth it at the end of the day. Like, you got to love yourself, okay? So, sugar, alcohol, processed food, and caffeine. Ugh. All of my favorite things. All of my favorite things, you guys. Like, seriously, okay? What you're putting into yourself stresses your body out. So those things, sugar, alcohol, processed foods, caffeine, stress your body out more than if you were to put whole foods, water into yourself. There's a reason that your face breaks out when you eat a bunch of chocolate or when you eat that really greasy pizza. Your body is literally showing you that you are stressed out. There's a reason that people lose a lot of weight when they're going through a hard time, or they gain a lot of weight when they're going through a hard time. Their bodies are stressed out, okay? It's not healthy. It's not healthy. It's not a healthy mentality. And I am the first one to tell you, like, I like my 2, 3, sometimes 4 glasses of wine. Like, I like them, and I like to have brownies for breakfast. It is a flaw, but those are things that we have to think about. What are we putting into our bodies to make our bodies be the best they can be? Because also when you're loading yourself down with crap, you're also not thinking clear, right? There's mental fog there because your body is made to thrive on good things. Think about even like the beginning of time, you guys. Did they have all this processed crap? No. If you read your Bible, you see how long those people were living. My kids ask me all the time, why did they live so long back then? And I'm like, because we put all this crap in our bodies now. Like, we're stressed out now. It's a lot different now than it was back then, right? So our self-care has to be top notch. So we need to stop doing stuff that's opposite of top notch, okay? And I'm gonna tell you, like, you guys, I don't like this. I don't like knowing that literally pretty much everything I put in my body is not helpful for self-care, okay? Like, I don't like it, but we're gonna do it, and we're gonna do it together, and it's gonna be great, okay? So I want you to find somebody too on this page that is gonna help you stay accountable with these things, okay? That is one of your homework things. Finding someone that's gonna help you stay accountable and just check in. Hey girl, how many times this week did you practice self-care? All right, that's one of our homeworks. So let me forget that because I just came up with that in my head and I love it. Love it. Okay, so you are the only you that you have. You have to take care of yourself. Why? Because if you don't, you will burn out. You will burn out. One of my superstar consultants was just live on the team page, and she was talking about her why and how she went through a season of depression. I feel like I am coming off a month of depression, and I really truly believe it's because I was busting my butt so hard with my kids, right? I also tutor once a week for our homeschool group. But I was busting my butt with my kids, busting my butt to try to have like the perfectly clean house, and try to get my 2K PRV, 2 teamies a month with Sensi, trying to do all the things as a director, trying to take care of my team. Like, it's too freaking much. I'm not Wonder Woman, and neither are you, and that's okay. We need to stop putting in our head that we have to be everything, all the things for everybody else and nothing for us. No, we are stopping that now. I'm telling you, we're stopping it. And if you get into a freaking pattern of it again, you need to think right back to this and be like, crap, no, I'm stopping it. Because you cannot be all the things to all the people all the time. You cannot be on 24/7. It's not healthy. It's not okay. It's not right. And that's not what you were meant to do. You were meant, and I tell my team all the time, you were not created to live a mediocre life, and you were not created to not live, you were created to live abundantly. Abundantly is not you stressed out. It's not you putting yourself last 24/7. It's not you going to the point to where your hair is falling out. You guys, my hair has been falling out in clumps. I told my husband, I'm like, I don't understand. Why is my hair falling out like this? And he's like, you're literally so stressed out that you're mean. Number one, he's like, you're mean. He's like, you're so stressed out, Anya, that's why your hair's falling out. So I was like, this is the perfect topic because I like to do all the things. I'm telling you, I thrive in chaos. I will put my hand in all the pots, and then at the end of the day, I'm a jerk. Or I'm just so exhausted that I get nothing done that I wanted to get done, right? Like, not okay, all right? You will burn out. I physically, mentally, and emotionally felt burnt out last month. This month, I grinded hard, but this month is reflecting last month. So think about that. Because I burnt out and was like, ugh, I am gonna binge Netflix for so long. I am just gonna sit here and just drink these 4 glasses of wine like it's nothing and not be able to wake up the next morning on time and get in a workout and sweat and feel good. All of those things, right? It shows in my customers. It shows on my team. It shows in numbers. It shows. So think about that, okay? You've got to try to be your best self for you. Then you can be your best self for everybody else. And I know most people, that's like opposite of what everybody tells you, right? They're like, no, you go last. You have to think about others. Yes, think about others. But how are you supposed to fill up someone else's cup if yours is empty? You can't. You have nothing to pour from. Nothing. Okay? If you're pouring into yourself, your cup, seriously picture a cup. If you're being poured into, your cup is just going to keep overflowing. And then guess what? You have the resources to pour into other people. But if there's nothing pouring into you, your cup is literally empty. You can't pour from an empty cup. Okay? Think about that. No burning out. All right. True self-care is going to involve eating well, whole foods, okay? That's one of the big things. Eating well, eating whole foods. So if you are like, well, I'm not buying all organic, neither am I, girl, like I used to. And I got 3 grown boys. They eat a lot. It ain't gonna happen. I'm just gonna throw it like it ain't gonna happen. Once in a while, they have Hamburger Helper. You wanna know, they're so excited about that nasty food. I can't eat it. It makes me gag. But sometimes mama has to do it, right? Sometimes mama's like, here's a sandwich. Go have cereal for dinner. Sometimes. And that's okay. My kids are so excited when that happens, okay? But trying to put good foods in your body as often as you can. Find something. Everybody likes at least one vegetable, one fruit. Find something. Water. That's something I really lack in, is drinking enough water. Find something good to pour into your body, okay? So that's huge. So we have 3 true restorative practices, okay? So the first one we practice at the beginning of this: moments in silence alone. Alone. So basically meditating, is what that is. You start for 5 minutes, 5 minutes a day. It is going to be hard. When I don't meditate, I used to do it a lot more than I've been doing it, but after doing this research, I'm like, okay, we're starting back over, 5 minutes a day. When I don't do it, there is a big difference in the way my energy is, the way I'm speaking to people, how I react to things, just me in general. It's not good. So quiet your mind. You don't have to sit in a meditating position like this. No, go get comfy, sit on your couch, just don't fall asleep. Sit on your couch, get comfortable, and just be. Be still. Just be still, okay? When you start to have thoughts that are wandering about all these things that you need to do, you could be putting 5 minutes in somewhere else, you're wasting your time, stop. Take a breath and just be still, okay? That's gonna be the first thing. Moments in silence alone for 5 minutes a day. Start with 5 minutes. Start with 3. Because for me, 5 minutes is a very long time when I haven't been meditating for a while. When I am meditating, it's not a big deal. 3 minutes, okay? Start with 3 minutes a day, all right? So, almost 80% of our thoughts in a day can be negative. Remember what I said, what's in your body, right? So not just food, but almost 80% of what you think in a day, out of 100, that means only 20% of your thoughts are positive. Y'all, that is not good. No wonder we have so many people who are depressed. And yes, I do believe in medication, and I do believe you have to do what you have to do to get better. I know that. I know that there's all these imbalances and all this stuff. But think about everything that goes into our world, everything that you see on a daily basis, everything you're reading. You're seeing all these perfectly skinny, beautiful women. You're seeing all these things that you're supposed to be on Pinterest, this wonderful Pinterest mom who does all the stuff. Think about all of that, and then think about how 80% of your thoughts are, I'm not good enough. I'm not skinny enough. I can't book that next party. No, we're stopping that. We're speaking, we're manifesting life, life-giving, positive words, okay? Once you start practicing meditating, I'm telling you, even my emotional and mental state is a lot better when I'm meditating, because when you start practicing that, you're starting to show that you can control, and it's a practice. So it's not like you get good tomorrow. Like, it's not how that works. It's a practice. It's something you have to keep doing to get better at, okay? And like I told you, I tried to do it 5 minutes the other day, and I was like, this is so long. Because I hadn't been doing it. But when you do that, you are learning to control and stop thoughts, which means when you have those negative thoughts, what are you doing? You're learning to control and stop those negative thoughts. That's huge. 80% of our thoughts in a day are negative. That's mind-blowing to me. Mind-blowing, okay? So think of that too, all right? We have noise around us 24-7. 24/7. I can hear now a kid is playing on something electronic. That's a game. My husband is out there playing Call of Duty. I can hear him. I can hear cars going by. Our whole day is filled with noise. You need time to just be in the silence. So if you have to wake up 15 minutes before you normally do to sit by yourself, then that's what you need to do. Okay, if you have to stay up for 15 minutes longer than everybody else in your house, then that's what you need to do. But you need time to just be still. Okay? All right. And if you love Jesus, the Bible tells us to be still and know. Like, just be still. Right? It also tells us to meditate on God's word. All these things. Like, this is all, like, seriously, the basics. We have to do that, but we're so go, 24/7, especially me, that, like, if I don't stop, it's just a jumbled mess. And then I'm like, what did I get done today? What did I do besides yell at my children? Because you just get going, right? Okay, so you got traffic, you got kids, you got TV, all right? So start with 3 minutes a day. Bump it up to 5 minutes a day. You can go on as you go, all right? Just don't fall asleep. Make sure you get very comfortable. That's the biggest thing for me, is I have to be comfortable. I usually like to, after I get up and I move around a little bit, I like to lay back on my bed, but like sideways. So like if my bed is this way, I'm laying this way. I guess I'm perpendicular to the bed. There you go. I lay this way and just lay there because it's comfortable and it feels good, okay? So think about that too. The second thing, movement. We are not created to be still. Think of all the people that literally sit at a desk 24/7 while they're working. Well, not 24/7, but you know what I mean. They're sitting at a desk. Then they go home and they want to do what? Because they're exhausted. They're mentally drained. They sit on the couch and they don't move. They just sit there. That's not what we were created to do. We were not created to just sit and do like nothing, mindless things. We were not created that way, okay? So, working out, going for a walk. Think about that, right? Yoga, whatever it is, move, Okay, move for 10 minutes a day. One of my things is if I don't want to work out, I play Just Dance with my kids because I'm like, at least I'm moving, and I'll do it for 30 minutes. And then I'm like, I've got a workout in, but I've been moving and it was fun and I spent time with my kids. Think about something like that. Make it fun. It doesn't have to be miserable, okay? Walk around. Some places I know you can't do that because it's really cold. It was so nice here today, y'all. It was like 76 degrees. Beautiful, beautiful Texas day. But get out, walk around, get some type of exercise, get your body moving for at least 10 minutes a day. You have 10 minutes. Look, I said wake up 5 minutes early or 15 minutes early. You literally have your 5-minute meditation and you have your 10 minutes of moving. Look at that. I just did it for you. You're welcome. I'm here for you. Woo. So working out and moving your body gives you what? Endorphins. Have you ever seen Legally Blonde? What does she say? Endorphins make you happy, and happy people just don't kill their husbands. So if that's all of our goal, then that's okay. Like, endorphins are so good for you, okay? It literally gives your mind a, like, high. Like, it releases some of the same stuff as, like, morphine. That's how good it is for you, okay? I mean, not that morphine's good for you. Hold on, because morphine's, like, not good for you unless you really, really need it for medical purposes. But, like, it releases stuff to help you not feel miserable. So there's that. Okay. It also makes it so you sleep better. When you release endorphins, you sleep better at night. So that takes away from a part of your stress, okay? Endorphins help with getting rid of stress, all right? So thinking about that. The third thing, time in nature. So one of my things that I love to do is I love to plant plants. I love to plant plants. I love succulents. I love being out there with my hands in the dirt. And when I was doing research, I'm like, that's why I love it so much. I love to be barefoot. My kids are all barefoot. Like, we do the whole wild and free barefoot mess. We're just all over the place. But time in nature is literally proven to improve your mood. So whether that's hiking, whether that's just sitting outside, sometimes if I'm having a really hard time and I'm just, I don't know how to say it nicely, bitchy, then I will literally take a deep breath and go outside and like stand in the sun. And I feel so much better after doing that, you guys, because time in nature improves your mood and it reduces your stress, all right? Think about this too. Like, you guys, when people were first made, they weren't hanging out in a house with a roof over their head. They weren't sitting at a desk job. They weren't doing any of that stuff. I'm telling you, it all comes back to the basics. They weren't doing any of that. They were outside in nature. They were hunting. They were gathering. They were doing all these things in nature, right? We spend, this is awful, and this tells me that my kids, well, they're outside all the time anyways, but my kids will always be outside. Like, we will be outside. We'll be an outdoor family. 93% of our life, for like the median average person, 93% of our life indoors. Doing what? Cleaning? Cooking? Watching TV? Working? Like 90, that's a ton of freaking time. Go outside. Get your butt outside. I don't care if you have to go on a balcony and just take a few breaths. Get outside. 10 minutes. Okay? 10 minutes a day. So that is our natural environment. There's actually this thing called earthing. And if you Google it, it's very interesting because it's all about touching the earth with your hands and your feet. And they have studies that have shown it like literally reduces all of these things, this anxiety. It helps improve your circulation. It does all this stuff. So for all you moms who always make your kids wear shoes, I'm just saying, put a little hippie vibes in there and help your kids, okay? It literally helps your children. It helps them. So look that up, okay? Our bodies respond and we actually are more joyous when earthing is happening. It's really cool. So if you love the beach, for me, I'm always happiest by the water. Always. Whenever I see like a big body of water, I just feel calm. I feel happy. Why? Because nature. That's why, you guys. Go on hikes. Go for, again, a walk outside. Look, technically, if you do your 10 minutes of walking, you get outside time and you get walking. So I'm just saying that's 2 crossed off your list. But all 3 of these should be done every single day. Time in quiet, time in nature, and moving. Every single day, okay? So the special formula for this is 10 minutes of being still, work your way up to it, 10 minutes of moving, and 10 minutes of being outside. That's 30 minutes a day. If we were to do that, that's 180 hours a year of self-care. 180 hours a year. And think about that, especially as someone who is like, oh, I just need 1 day to myself a month. Y'all, that is not enough. That's not enough, because do I take the full day to myself? Really? No, I go out and I run an errand, or I go get my eyelashes done, or I go get my eyebrows plucked, and then I come back. Maybe an hour, maybe. A month? That is not healthy. That's not okay, y'all. That's not right. We need to do better. We need to do better for ourselves, okay? So the average person does about 5 hours of TV, 50 on social media. Holy crap, okay? Instead, you're like, where am I going to get that? You're going to take that time. That 30 minutes, you're going to take it from your 5 hours of TV. You're going to take it from your 50 hours social media. That's where you're going to get that time back to restore yourself. Because literally you cannot expect to be a leader, especially in this business, and be able to pour into other people if you're not taking care of yourself. And let me tell you, when you are a leader, you will feel drained very often. You will feel drained. If people aren't meaning to drain you, that's not what they're there for. But they have questions. They want answers. They want to know this. They want to know that. They need help with this. You're coaching them. You're literally giving yourself to all of these people, not even including your own home. All right? So you have to give to yourself. You've got to. You need to show up for you and think about what would happen if you did. What would happen? What would change if you showed up for yourself? Okay? So, one homework. You are going to find an accountability partner on this page that you can check in with once a week. Put it in your calendar, in your phone, once a week. Okay, so I want you to drop their name. Who is your accountability partner? Add them on Facebook, message them, talk to them, just ask them. You message people, talk to people all the time. That's how you get parties and a team, right? So message them. They're your Sensei sister. They love you. They want the best for you, just like you do them. Of course, we're all here to cheer each other on. We're better together. Find them. Message them. Be like, hey, checking in. I want you as my homework for Leap to Lead. Okay, let's check in once a week, exchange numbers, stay on Messenger, whatever you're comfortable with. Did you practice your self-care this week? How often did you do it? Because I know that no one's going to be perfect at it, and no one's going to do it 7 times a week. Not yet. We're going to get there. We're going to do baby steps, okay? The second thing is you need to do at least 2 days of self-care before Sunday. You have today, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You got 6 days. Pick 2 days, and you're going to take 30 minutes. 10 to be still, 10 to move, 10 to go outside. Yes. Okay? 2 days of self-care. And I want to know what days, and I want to know what you did it. So, you're going to pick someone to be your accountability partner, and you're going to check in with them. How many times you practice self-care? The next thing is you're going to literally take 2 days out of the next 6 days, 30 minutes for yourself to do the 3 things. All of them, not just one. Remember, I told you, start with 3 minutes for the meditating and just being still. Okay? You're going to do it for two days. And I promise you, you will see a difference in those days. Promise you you will. Okay, that's what I got for self-care. I'll be back on Thursday with time management. Y'all have a great day. Bye, y'all.